Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. In today's video, we are going to discuss about solving the following quadratic equation. It's whenever you get a question where the heading says solve, this means that you need to find out the value of the variable. Now, if you can see that there are two sides of the variable. So now we need to solve, we need to find out the value of x, as x is the variable here. So let's continue and start working on the problem. So as you can see that there are two numbers in the denominator, which is x minus 1 and x plus 1. So how we can have a common denominator, how we continue with the problem. So we would move and get multiplied, this with this and this with this. And we would just leave this side as it is for now. Okay, let's continue. So what we would do, we would cross multiply, so it would become 6 into x plus 1 plus 5 into x minus 1. And in the bottom, we have x minus and x plus 1. And here is equal to, and it would be 6 out of x minus. Right. Now let's move forward. Let's distribute this 6 to this bracket. So it's going to become 6x plus 6 plus 5x minus 5. And in the bottom, if you can see that this is actually a formula in algebra, which is a squared minus b squared is equal to a plus b into a minus. So we would be following this formula here. So according to this formula, this can be written as x squared minus 1 squared. And this is just 6 out of x minus. Now we move forward. This is, we would add the like terms. So 6x plus 5x is 11x. 6 minus 5 is 1, so it would be 11x plus 1. And in the bottom, we have x squared minus 1. And here we have 6 out of x minus. Now we would cross multiply them. We would move this x minus 2 on this side and this on this side. So it's going to become 11x plus 1 times x minus 2. Make sure you put this in the parentheses. And here it would be 6 into x squared minus 1. Now we would distribute it. So 11x times x is going to be 11x squared. 11x times minus 2 is minus 22x plus x minus 2. And if we distribute this, it's going to be 6x squared minus 6. Now what would we do? We would combine the terms, like we would move all of the things where we see the higher degree of x. Combining the like terms as well as we are putting them down, we are bringing over. This is minus 22x plus x is going to be minus 21x. Minus 2 plus 6 is plus 4 equals to 0. Now 11x squared minus 6x squared is going to be 5x squared. Now this is what we got. Now there are several ways you can solve this problem. Either you can use a quadratic equation, like you can use a quadratic formula, or you can also use um, the factorization. So if you would use the factorization, 5 times 4 is 20, right? And 20 times 1 is 21. So we can do it this way as well. So we can also say that 5x squared minus 20x minus x plus 4 equals to 0. Now we would do this. 5x is taken out as common, and here we would take 1 out of its common, so it's going to become x minus 4 as well. Now we have this. This means we can have two equations. One is 5x minus 1 equals to 0. And then we have x minus 4 equals to 0. So it's going to become x is equal to 1 out of 5. And the other one is x is equal to 4. So we got two values of x for this equation. Now, if you look at the problem, they're also saying verify the solutions found. So how would we verify it? By verification, it means that you need to put these x values that we found out in the given equation. We can try it here. So one was 1 out of 5. So it's going to become x 6 out of 1 out of 5 plus plus 1 minus 2. So So if you would see that there is an LCM in the bottom, so you would solve according to the LCM. So it's going to become 1 minus 5 out of 5 plus 5 out of 1 plus 5 out of 5, and it will be equal to 6 out of 1 out of 5 minus 10. So it would be 6. 5 would come up actually, so it's going to become 30 out of minus 4 plus 25 out of 6 is equal to 6 out of, so it's going to become minus, so 6 times 5 is 30 again. So this would be 13 instead. And this would be minus 9, right? So again, we can simplify it also. We would see that 15 out of 2 now we would multiply this with 3, and 15 times 3 is 45 minus 45 plus 25 out of 6, and here we have 10 out of 3, and it also has a minus sign with it. So if you would see, when you would solve it, it's going to become 20 out of 6, and when you would simplify it, you are also going to get minus 10 out of 3 like you got on the other side. So this means that this is valid, this value of x is valid for this question. Now likewise, you would do the same for the other value of x that we found out, which was 4. So all you got to do is replace the x value as 4 and see if the solution is valid for this or not. And that's how are you are going to solve this question. There is a possibility that you might not, the solution is the particular value of x is not actually valid for the solution, and there is a possibility both of the values are possible. There is a possibility none is possible. So this is what the question is about. We need to prove that if this equality works for all values of x or not. So this is what the question is about. Well, I hope you learned something from the video. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me in the comment section. I'll see you in the next video.